What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Megaquarium. My name is Splat. Happy to have you here today as we got for a little while and continue to build up our rad aquarium. I think for right now, like, things are going really, really well. Honestly, we don't have to do a whole lot for this level. We just have to make 160 fame. And really, I think that just comes down to attracting more people to come hang out at our park. And so, like, we're going to be building some aquariums today and kind of doing what we do. But as of right now, I feel like we're in a solid space. Like, we're earning our research, we're doing our thing, we're moving on up in the prestige rankings. We're getting some science every now and again when somebody decides to look at an eel, because that's always what happens to me. Every time I look at an eel when I go to Marine World, I instantly invent, like, a new microprocessor. It's just the way that science works. Don't question it. So that's bumped us up to 107, but we're going to peak out here somewhere. And I don't know exactly where. Like, I don't think that's going to be enough to push 160, but it was enough to bring our numbers up by about 25. And so we'll give it a minute, and we'll kind of see where this decides to settle. But we got to attract some more people into here, I think. Yeah, we definitely got to attract some more people. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I think what we need is we need some more wall tanks. Like, I think wall tanks are like a really, really good decision. I like the wall tanks. And so we'll go with a wall tank right there. Does that... Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, we don't have enough entry fees right now. Bummer. Okay, I need more people to come inside then. Hey, we unlocked the flame angelfish, though, which is pretty cool. And then we can work on the coral grouper as well. So may eat or damage fish with size 2 or less, crustaceans with size 2 or less. Alright, you've unlocked the flame angelfish. The flame angelfish dislikes conspecifics, which means you can only have one per tank. Yeah, pretty much. More or less. Like, I knew there was a word for it, I just didn't know what the word was. So in 4 days, actually, that pushed up our fame by like 4. We're doing pretty good right now. How come nobody's paying a door charge right now? Or have I, like, hosed myself on my upkeep costs? It seems possible that I may have boned myself on upkeep costs. But I need a little bit more money before we can get started. So we seem to be filing along perfectly fine with our research. Our science is not so amazingly great, but it's doing okay. We're at 141 right now. Honestly, we may hit that goal. Like, it looks to me as though... Oh, we got a message. Hold on, I've never gotten one of these before. The zebra moray has grown to size 9. Ooh. Yikes. What happens when he grows again? Because I'm pretty sure he's maxed out in his tank right now. This is a factor I find to be very, very concerning. We're at 500 bucks right now. What's it going to cost me for a big wall tank? Like, I don't really want you guys back here, but I'm willing to accept that you are back here. So a couple of core requirements you haven't seen before. So this guy is greedy. He eats more food and generates more waste, which means we probably need a better filtration system in order to keep him happy. He also doesn't like other coral groupers. He eats anything smaller than a size 2. He needs 3 cave. He eats mussels, so he's a meat eater. And then he grows as well. Every 3 days he gets larger. Alright. Oh, wow. We're actually at 154 right now. We may beat the level just on its own. Oh, we got new... Did we get a new pump? Impressive work with the latest expansion. You've proven you're ready for even more advanced aquarium design techniques. Let's learn about pumps. So pumps will allow you to remotely locate your equipment away from the tanks. Instead of attaching them to heaters, filters directly to the tank, you attach them to the pump, which is several tiles away. Okay, like, I don't really care about that because I'm not planning on using a lot of floor tanks. Like, I might use it. Like, I'll probably use it back here. I'll line things up along the back and then just use the pump so that it's happy. But it's not something that I think is that useful. Like, it's useful. It's, like, situationally useful, though. We got 1,500 bucks for that? Ooh, it's nice. It's time for some expansion. We got ourselves a windfall. Nice. So we got 1,500 bucks right now. I got a bunch of tanks over here. We need to do something with them. So let's take the coral grouper. They'll eat anything smaller than a size 2. That's a size 5. Okay. So let me put that tank right there so at least I've got its stats up on screen before I get started. Let's go to our heating and cooling menu. And I'd like to have a... Do we have the pump right now? unlock the basic pump. Oh, we don't even have it yet. Okay. So let's go with a filter then. And then we'll go with a heater. And actually, I'm just going to line these up on each of these real fast. There we go. I think we have customers trapped in the back of the place. But I don't know how to keep people out of here. Like, how do I get them? Is there like a thing I can do to have them moved? Oh, cool. I can move them myself. Never mind. Ma'am, we're going to need you to move out of the back area. This is for fish only. We're going to need you to move along, ma'am. Ma'am, please don't make me break out the taser, ma'am. All right, so we've got those right there. I'll decide what benches and things I want back here based on what we end up ultimately putting inside of here. I do want a coral grouper. So for the coral grouper, bow. There he is. He's con-specific. That means that we don't want to have other coral groupers in there with him. That's lowered our water quality a bit. Frankly, we could probably put just about anything inside of there. It's got to be bigger than a size 2, though, or he's going to eat it. Yellow tangs look like winners to me. We'll put a couple yellow tangs inside of there. So we need 2 plants and we need 3 caves. That's easy. I think we can do that. That's not going to be a hard adjustment. Let's go ahead and we've got the driftwood cave over here. We'll put 1 on each side so that they got a place to hide. And then they just need like a little bit of plant life. Not a lot. We'll fill that in right there. And so that looks good to me. They're going to need pellet feeders back here, but we'll deal with that in just a minute. Next tank. Inside of this tank, I want a flame angelfish. So he also does not like conspecifics, and he eats coral. That's okay. I can deal with that. So we got some plant life right there. I need that to be right there so that I can tell what I've got going on. That's the right one, right? Okay, good. That's the right one. We've got royal grandmas over here. I'm going to say let's fill in with some grandmas, shall we? I mean, the water quality looks good. This guy's going to grow, so I wanted to leave him some extra space to grow. Because he's a grouper, which means most fish will do this. Some fish max out on size, so when you're doing an aquarium, I know this from my aquarium experiences, some fish will grow to fill the size of any tank that you give them. Some fish will not. For example, a plecostomus, nobody knows exactly how big a plecostomus can get. They can get pretty big, though, because mine was like a foot long. He started out as a little tiny minnow-looking thing that was barely an inch long, and he ended up being over a foot long, and he filled up the entire bottom of the tank. And I kept getting him new tanks, and he kept growing to fill the entire tank, and so I figured he must not be that upset. I mean, if you put him inside of a pond, right, he would just grow to fill the size of the pond, so, like, I was worried about his space constraints, but he didn't seem to mind. I mean, they're not like an active fish anyways. He kind of just, like, lays around, you know, like, eh. They suck the muck off the sides of, like, your tank. They don't really do a whole lot. And then for this final tank over here, I don't know what I want. Do I have orchid dotty backs? I don't know if I have any of those. I guess I could do some eels. I don't have any ecology projects, so yeah, we're pretty much stuck with what we already have. I'm going to need to unlock technology a little faster, though, so I'm thinking it's probably a good idea. Well, the grandmas give us research as well. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with another coral grouper. And since they have the same requirements, I'm going to put an eel in there, too. Like, they both like the same things, and so it would seem to me that would not be entirely the worst idea. And so if they're happy inside their tank right now, I'm happy. Put a bunch of grass right there so that people that came in and paid a door fee never get to see what it is they came for, because that's how it works when you go to an aquarium. You're like, yay, I'm gonna see the octopuses! And then you don't get to see the octopuses because they're hiding. I know it's octopi pluralized. Calm down, internet! Calm down, there's no time! Let's go ahead and we'll put in a mussels dispenser down here too, so that we can get the huge mussels. Yeah, with the mussels. Okay, so we've got the huge mussels. Let's go ahead and drop a tool station in here too, just in case we end up needing it. And there's another revenue stream. I haven't done anything with the pump just yet, but I just wanted to get this area developed so we can start charging better door fees. Let's get our next research. We can't do anything with the pump anyways for at least a couple days. And so for now, I think we're just going to be building up prestige and letting people look at our stuff. I think. I'm gonna let some cash file on up because we are going to have to expand. We're going to make this place a little bit bigger. Let's see, a lagoon tank. Okay. I assume the lagoon tank is the one that's in the middle of the... Yeah, it's the one that's in the middle of the floor. Okay. I could bulldoze these right here and, like, put benches elsewhere, maybe, and have the lagoon tank in the middle right there. I don't know. Like, anytime you have one of those open tanks in an aquarium, it's in, like, the middle of the floor, though. It always smells weird inside. Like, it always ends up smelling all weird and muggy. You ever notice that? Like, every time. Why would you grab the red from there instead of grabbing the red from... I guess it's closer, maybe? I don't know. Y'all need to feed some fish, though. You need to feed some fish much more rapidly. This guy appears to just be broken and not doing anything. I have no idea what this guy's doing. Walking back and forth ineffectually, apparently. Well, we got $1,000 right now. And we paid our upkeep. These oranges aren't getting fed over here, and I don't know why. Well, now they are. I guess that other person was just stuck. They were just pacing, like, back in between the tank and this over here. Can I hire some more staff? Is that an option? Like, I would like to have more staff, because we have a lot of stuff that needs to be, like, repaired and fixed and, like, looked at and fed. Like, I feel a lot more comfortable if we had, like, 2 more workers. But as of right now, it doesn't appear to want to give me that. So with that right there, I'm going to make like another small room over here. Like so maybe. And this will give us room for our lagoon tank. Obviously there's nothing inside of here. What's the lagoon tank going to set me back? A lot. Yeah, that's about what I figured. So we got a lagoon tank back there. This area is not necessarily set up yet. Why is the water quality bad over here? I don't know why the water quality is bad, but apparently the animals grew maybe. Oof, that sucks. Is there going to be room right there for them to feed stuff? I think they can feed from the side right there, so it should be okay. Is anything else having water quality issues right now? It's possibly because the filters needed to be fixed. Maybe. So the moray eel is grown. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I sort of had a feeling that that was the way it was going to go down. And this water quality is barely hanging in there, so when he grows again, we're going to have to do it all over again. Let's stockpile some cash for a minute. So we got like 900 bucks right now. I'd like to take this wall out by like 2 more. It's going to be 200 bucks to do that, but like I need, so I can use the pumps, I need like a little area over here that I can make that work through, I think. So like I should probably leave a gap right there. Like they really seem to want me to do this pumping thing. And while that makes me vaguely uncomfortable because of my Protestant upbringing, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it because it sounds fun, and also because the game is making it mandatory and I have to. I have no choice. Let's go ahead, and if we've got a pump over here, so we've got a basic pump, it can connect to tank 7 away. This can only connect to 1 tank. Okay, well there's our guy right there. So there's our pump. This thing, how much heating does it need? Probably needs like a bunch of heating. We'll start out with something simple. We got a power combi right there, which is 40 and 40. Wonder if the pump needs to be repaired. I should have spaced that one away from the wall, I think. Yikes, that just got complicated, didn't it? Yeah, you go over there too. Unfortunately, I need a bunch of pumps to make this work, and they're making my life difficult right now. Put in another combi, I guess. Like, it's going to be an expensive room over here, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. Like, I didn't realize how much drain that tank was actually going to take. It's a pretty expensive tank. And I can put, like, anything inside of there. We got sufficient heating, we got sufficient water quality, and it's connected via a pump. Let's go just have, like, a school of yellow tangs in here, I guess. I don't know what else you would want in here. This seems like the kind of tank where you would put something more impressive, like an octopus or like some stingrays or something like that, but we don't have any of those right now. So as much as I wish we had stingrays, that thing is a wimp. It cannot be put with a bully. All right. Dude, this thing can have so many fish inside of it. All right, we need some vending machines to make people happy. No, I'm not done with my fishies. We'll put them in there. We'll get some tangs. That looks good to me, man. That looks like a pretty solid fish tank right there. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's go ahead and we'll drop some grasses up in here, because we got the grasses for your asses. Perfect. And so people can check those things out in their habitat. We also need a feeding station. I probably should have done 2 greens or 2 oranges. I'm going to organize that better next time around. I think that having fish with similar diets next to each other would speed up our maintenance processes quite a bit. And if they're going to limit the amount of staff that I'm allowed to hire per mission, I think that streamlining that is really going to help out later on down the line. So we got green pellets right there, and then I also need orange pellets. Cool. And then we got people who are thirsty right now. We got a fizzy drink machine. Yep, let's put one over there. Basically, like, near the central areas, I think is the best place to put those. Oh, if that bench wasn't there, that would have been a great... Ooh, that's a good spot right there. There we go. Perfect. 3 vending machines. And so now we just got to hit... Oh, we've already hit that goal. Well, there you go. We're done here. We've ranked up to 3. Huzzah. I am the ultimate aquarium keeper. Available to research. So we got blue knuckle hermit crabs. We've got a longhorn cowfish. That's a cool one. We've got a large filter, and we've got a large heater. We've got a fox-faced rabbitfish, and then we've got a reef squirrelfish. We've also unlocked kelp, and we've unlocked a rocky overhang. Hell yeah. Let's go. Congratulations on rank 4. Among the new animals that you've unlocked at this rank are the first crustaceans. The blue knuckle hermit crab is a great support animal because it doesn't need feeding and actually filters for you. You now have your final objective. You may also receive other objectives. Okay, they just want me to hit 350 right there. Start off on one of the heaters, I guess, and then over here we'll start on the hermit crab because I do like the idea of free filtration. Free filtration sounds amazing, and so I think that's probably what we'll go after. We're accumulating research at a pretty significant rate. Oh, those people want to sit down. Hold on. I can fix that. There you go. Keep the guests nice and happy. I wasn't expecting people to want to take a siesta back in this weird little corner of my aquarium. And so, like, I'm kind of riding it out for right now. We got 3 grand. The question arises what I want to do with my 3 grand. Our prestige is doing okay, but it does seem to have hit kind of a fall-off point. Like, we had, like, a surge. What's going on over here? Interested in some decorations? Howdy, I found a load of junk washed up on the seafront. I thought you might be able to use it to decorate the tanks. Oh, cool. So we've got, like, an anchor and some other stuff. All right. Like, where are the decorations at? Did they go in the tank? Or are those decorations for, like, elsewhere? It's possible I've got to unlock them. So we're dithering around 250 right now. With the way that I've built, I've kind of hosed myself over here. And so I think I'm going to make a corridor and then another big room over on this side. And that might be the best way to get ourselves moving. Honestly, I don't want too many more tanks. I kind of feel like my staff is barely keeping up right now. And I don't want to end up with, like, dead fish or whatever, but, you know, I guess that's the way life goes sometimes. All right, so we'll have a little hallway right there. Oof, this is getting expensive. This is getting expensive, y'all. This is getting expensive. I don't honestly know if that's enough space for another corridor of tanks in here. but I'm trying like really, really hard. Hey, we got our little squid guy, or I'm sorry, we got our little crab guy. Nice. So with the blue knuckle hermit crab, how much space do I have in some of these tanks? So like if it gives extra filtration, that's probably like, it's probably a good idea to have like one in every tank, right? How expensive are they? I assume pretty pricey. So they take up 2 space. It's a scavenger. It does not contribute to the bioload of the tank. It needs... Oh, yeah. We got a lot of things that eat crustaceans, though. So, like, I'm pretty sure the coral grouper eats crustaceans. What is wrong with this little guy? Oh, he missed a feeding? Dude, why can't I hire more staff? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hire some more people. I need more help on deck. I need people to be up in here. 2 more people should considerably make it better. One of your guests is throwing a fizzy leader on the ground. Build a broom stand and one of your staff will clean it up. Okay, we officially have, like... We officially have janitors up in here. Is there anywhere where I can feasibly put that without running into issues? Yeah, put a broom stand right there. You can reduce the amount of time your staff spends sweeping by placing bins around the aquarium. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We gotta have amenities and stuff anyways. So we'll put a trash can right there and a trash can right there. Basically anywhere that there's a snack machine and a bench, we'll put down a trash can. I'm trying to make it easily accessible. Disneyland found out that that's actually kind of mandatory. Like there's a spacing to it. Like Disneyland found like scientifically that you need to have a trash can every certain spacing of square footage. Otherwise you end up with like a critical mass of trash issues. But they also found that if you put more than that, the trash mostly reduces down to a minimum level and it won't go down below that. Kind of an interesting thing. I don't remember where I read that though. Maybe it's just one of those things that I'm making up in my head because I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell. But stay well, and baby, then you'll see a different side of me. There you go. Let's get these fishies fed. That's what I'm talking about. I was starting to feel nervous about all the pop-ups that I was seeing. Like, there were a lot of pop-ups around here. It was making me feel nervous. I'm going to take a rough guess and say this person's not very good at fixing stuff. Do they get better with time? I wonder if they get better with time. Let's see. So we've got decorations. Our moray eel has gotten bigger. We've got trash cans all over the place, so hopefully people will utilize them and not be a bunch of savages and just throw them on the floor. Do we get paid for when people buy drinks? Oh, we do. We get 15 bucks whenever they buy a drink. Nice. We got the filter, so now we just need the large heater. We gotta find a way to bring some more people in here, I think. Got an observer tank. I don't think that's important for right now. Really don't want it to be 1 space, and 2 space seems a little light. So let's expand this out by 1 more. Maybe even 2 more if we're trying to be extra spacious. Not trying to cram ourselves in here. I like these wall tanks. These wall tanks fill me with joy. I like them a lot. That looks okay to me. I think that'll be perfectly suitable for what we're trying to do right now. 5 more tanks. I don't know why our prestige is taking such a hit. I'm thinking it's got to have something to do with the fact that things aren't getting maintained fast enough by the staff. Next time I do this, next time I build one of these, I'm definitely going to organize by feeding type. So like all orange over here, all red over here, all green over here. Like I think that's probably the most effective way to do it after observing how the game plays out. Yeah, get a couple of combis up in here. Why not? Combi on up, combi on up. There we go. So we've combied. Hopefully nobody's still trapped in the back. And then I'm going to need a broom stand over here. I'm going to need a staff door. I'll put a snack machine down at the end. I'll line this with benches right here. with trash cans in between them, and I think that's going to look pretty swell. My name is Splattercat. This is Megaquarium. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on by. It's been a blast, everybody. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, it's down below. My name is Splattercat. I show off 80 games every single day on the internet, sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile, so ye don't have to. Hi, do, and I'll see you later.